Happy St. Patrick's Day. Welcome to today's virtual head shave event. We're so excited to get started.
Yes, and for anyone tuning in, please feel free to engage with us in the chat feature on YouTube.
Absolutely. And we also want to thank Frank Nutter and Johnetta Riley for stepping up to fundraise and shave this year to continue moving research forward during such a critical time.
That's right. And thank you both so much. In case you aren't aware, Frank is a board member of St. Baldrick's Foundation, and he and Johnetta are with Team RAA, which together they have raised over $45,000 for their participation this year.
Wow, let's give them a huge round of applause. That's incredible. For anyone watching, the St. Baldrick's Foundation is the largest non-government funder of childhood cancer research, made possible through generous donors like those of you watching and selfless volunteers willing to go bald to stand in solidarity with kids fighting cancer like Johnetta and Frank. And right now, I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Wendy Botner. She is a St. Baldrick scholar joining us today from Richmond, Virginia. Dr. Botner's work is focused on helping childhood cancer survivors live healthier lives by minimizing heart disease and cardiovascular problems both during and after cancer treatment. Her work supports survivorship research for safer treatments that help kids not only survive but thrive. And she's also an assistant professor at Virginia Commonwealth University. Dr. Botner, please take it away.
Oh, thank you, Liz and Kelsey, for such a kind introduction. And thank you, Frank and Johnetta, for what you're doing today. I'm really happy and proud to be part of this, especially, I think right now with the pandemic, this is incredibly important. And to some extent, the pandemic has touched everything, including our ability to move forward with research. And I think events like this are exactly what we need to get back on track and get our momentum up again. Like Liz was saying, a lot of my work is related to heart health in kids with cancer and survivors. And you only see me today, but there's a whole team of us, including cardiologists, survivorship experts, biostatisticians, and hundreds of patients who are working to help make sure that in the future, when kids are getting treatment for cancer, we're not putting them at risk for heart disease. And so I feel very privileged to be part of this. I want to, be mindful of everyone's time, but I do want to also mention that I've been working with St. Baldrick's for a few years now, and it's just such a privilege to be part of this foundation, not just because of the work that we do in the research arena, but because St. Baldrick's really builds a community and provides opportunities for folks like me to get to know families and patients and neighbors and other loved ones that are involved in all of this. And so it's a really special thing to me, and I'm really happy to be part of this today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Botner. The work you're doing is absolutely incredible, and we cannot thank you enough for everything that you're doing. So now we would like to actually have everybody turn up their volume. We're going to hear from a very special young boy. Scott is one of our St. Baldrick's honored kids, and he is going to be sharing his cancer experience with all of you today. Life changed drastically for his family when Scott was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia at the age of 3. And since then, he's become an active childhood cancer advocate, speaking at various events and takes nothing for granted. So we're going to hand it over to Scott.
I'm Christy, and I'm 12 years old and from here, North Carolina. I'm also a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia when I was 3 years old, and I went through 3.5 years of chemotherapy at UNC Cancer Center. I was diagnosed the week before Thanksgiving, and that marked the beginning of countless hospital visits full of chemotherapy, bone marrow biopsies, blood transfusions, and platelet transfusions. I also took several drugs like cytarabine, dexamethasone, mercaptopurine, methotrexate, and thioguanine, just to name a few. Kids shouldn't have to spend more time in a hospital than on the playground, but that's the life for kids with cancer. I often felt tired, nauseous, and weak, and I lived in a bubble for 3.5 years. The isolation that the world has faced this past year because of the COVID-19 pandemic is really a glimpse into everyday life for kids with cancer, because a fever means an automatic trip to the emergency room, and in most cases, a lengthy hospitalization as well. My childhood was far from normal for 3.5 years, but I understood that that was important to avoid the setbacks in my treatment. By the time I finished treatment, I'd taken more than 1,500 pills and been on chemotherapy for more than half my life. As hard as all that was, though, I know that I'm lucky, so lucky to still be here. Someone with a second chance at life at only 12 years old. And I'm so grateful for all the experiences and memories I've been able to share with my family since finishing treatment. Childhood cancer is the #1 disease killer of kids in the U.S. And I've known so many kids who have died of this awful disease. We need help to change that, and I want to thank each of you being here today personally for being a part of the solution. What Mr. Nutter and Miss Riley are doing here today is more than just a shave or a haircut. They're providing kids with cancer more cures and better treatments, and the hope of being able to go on and live a long and healthy life. And that's really just priceless. I want to thank you on behalf of all kids like me for being here today and for your support in our fight against childhood cancer. Thank you.
Such an inspiration, and he's right. This past year has been a glimpse into everyday life for kids with cancer, and so I'm so glad we could hear his story. Kelsey, now is the time we've all been waiting for. I'll hand it over to Frank Nutter.
Well, Liz, Kelsey, thanks so much, frankly, for this opportunity. Johnetta Riley, who's with me here, Johnetta said she wanted to go ahead and start her shave as I introduce us to you. So she's joined by her sister, Jeanette. And Johnetta, you can go right ahead if you want to, when you're ready. You know, people think this is hard. The reality is, think about a 6-year-old, or in Scott's case, a 3-year-old dealing with cancer. That's hard. Johnetta and I want to thank everyone for the contributions that you've made. We had over 120 people donate to St. Baldrick's in support of our shave, but really in support of research for finding a cure for cancer. So I think we're ready to get started. So I'm ready. I'm going to introduce my daughter, Alicia, who's going to work with her grandson, my grandson, Drew, to start the shave. So we're ready to do this. So Johnetta, I'm going to get started. Okay.
Wow, Frank, that looks great.
You think that's a good look for me? Do you want to stop there?
That'd be great.
This is my third shave, and frankly, it's a small sacrifice given the funds that are raised and the research that goes with it.
Yeah.
You want to give Drew an opportunity?
Hello, Drew. You're tired? Hello. You're right here. Just put
it on my scalp. You're good.
There you go.
Oh. You know, the other time I've done this, I'm only disappointed that it always goes back white. It doesn't solve the problem.
Frank, how long did you grow your hair out for?
Oh, just about a month, really. It wasn't that much.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
And it comes back.
Yeah, grows back. We have some people watching on YouTube, and they're giving, some comments in the chat feature. So Kelsey's featuring them now, but a lot of people are saying you guys are an inspiration, and this is awesome. And go Frank and Johnetta.
Well, should we start shaving? What's left?
Absolutely, Johnetta. Go ahead. And I really want to thank Johnetta for stepping up. She volunteered because of her desire to make a difference, if you will. And it's delightful to share it. I actually work with Johnetta, one of my favorite people.
Johnetta, is there anything that you'd like to share with people watching?
I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm usually supporting Frank, but it feels good to actually participate in, something so important. Very excited. Very happy we were able to raise money to help.
Yeah, thank you.
A number of people that work with Johnetta and I also stepped up to reach out to some of their friends and to do this. So we're glad to have a team, if you will, not just me and Johnetta, but those that reached out to help raise money.
Yeah, absolutely. A very supportive team. You guys were able to raise over $45,000, so that's just incredible.
Well, and if there are those watching or those that didn't get a chance to donate before the shave, my understanding is that this event will be, you're live streaming it now, but be recorded and be available for people on the site. And if they'd like to donate, please come back to the site and do that again today or later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Frank, it looks like mine is white too.
You guys have a lot of fans on YouTube. You got a lot of people tuning in.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah, Chris Chu saying, Johnetta, you are my hero.
Yeah.
Mary Seidel, go RAA, miss you guys.
Mary used to work with us, and she made a nice donation to Jonetta's shave and to our team.
We're done.
Margaret Ross says you look beautiful.
Thank you.
How are you guys feeling? A little chilly? Is it cold?
Not yet.
Good. It feels good.
It's going to be a lot easier to take care of this than.
Yeah.
Let's do a close-up of
Johnetta, I thought yours would take longer than mine, but wow.
Looks like you guys have some good barbers there. Some good stylists.
Master barber extraordinaire.
Liz, you provided me with some information, Liz. A lot of people ask about women and how many women shave, thinking that probably not very many do, but you gave me some statistics that over the last 5 or 6 years, an average of about 7,000 women a year shave, which is really pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
I realize culturally it's a little more of a sacrifice than for men, but that's like Johnetta, it's just wonderful to see people step up and do this.
Yeah, Frank, absolutely. And I think, there's so many women that do get involved, and, it's so empowering to see and inspiring to see women shave. So yeah, I think it's awesome. Thank you, Johnetta, for doing this and participating with Frank.
No problem. I feel this whole G.I. Jane thing.
You're
We're going to get this down closer. Johnetta, you had some friends along with your sister, Jeanette, right? Are they around? They step into the...
my great nephews.
Are they right there? They could step into view and let us see them?
Sure.
And in the background for me is Drew.
They're going to be a bit surprised now.
Hi, Drew.
Hi.
How does Grandpa look?
Good.
You like my hair?
Yeah.
No. Say hi. Say hi. Say happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. What do you think of her hair?
They don't like it. It'll be okay. They'll get used to it. It'll grow on them. Okay.
I shaved the first time. The grandchildren would not come near me, thinking there was something wrong with me. And we solved that problem that year by letting them draw on my head with washable markers. So it did come off. And we did, I told people we did it again last year just for fun. They weren't quite so concerned about it, but my head looked like a graffiti wall after they were through. So I decided not to do that this year.
We remember that. I remember that, Frank. It was fun to watch. Oh,
Great. Amanda says this is a good look for you.
Margot Ross says that your aunt is awesome. Hey guys, your aunt is awesome. I think I saw Sonic the Hedgehog in there too. So adorable. Is this your nephew, Johnetta?
Another great nephew.
Yep.
Oh,
Johnetta, it's nice to see your family. And thanks so much for being a partner with me with this.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you guys so much. Before I
So
do
Liz,
have a special.
We'll turn it back to you, Liz, if you want to wrap this up. I think we're pretty well done here, and it's pretty well done.
Yeah.
Not much more to go.
Yep, that's it.
I feel like Jonetta's person's a little more experienced than I am. Her sister's better handle on what she's doing. I think we're gonna have some cleanup over here afterwards.
I think both barbers did good. Round of applause for them. Thank you so much. And thank you, Frank and Johnetta, so much for all of your support. I do have one special message from our CEO, Kathleen. She says, Frank and Johnetta, thank you for your leadership in shaping and engaging so many friends in this mission and for keeping kids with cancer top among your priorities. Throughout the pandemic, kids have continued to get cancer, and by giving your hair today, you let them know they are not forgotten, and the research you're making possible will give them hope for long and healthy futures. So that was from Kathleen, and again, from our heart to yours, thank you so much for everything and all of the support. Everybody watching, it looks like we have a lot of viewers, so thank you for everybody who donated as well.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Proud to do this. Johnetta, thanks for being a partner.
Thank you.